Okay, I want to show you guys, I'm done with the estate sale. It was really fun. It's a great one with some really awesome local people, and show you a few things that I got. And even though I was late, there was still quite a bit of stuff. This one was packed. They said that there were probably 100 people in line this morning when they opened. So that's kind of what I'm saying, of it can get a little bit of a frenzy, which is a good thing. That means that people are interested in resale and that sort of gig. This is the back of my car, which is all a mess pretty much. This I did not get at this location. That is very dirty. I got it at another place and have to fix that up. But I always have cleaning supplies and that kind of stuff. But I got 2 records, BJ Thomas and Elvis. Pretty much an Elvis album, if it's in pretty good condition without scratches and that sort of thing, for a good price, I'll generally pick it up, because Elvis fans are really loyal and they just like him. And I have found Elvis records to sell well. This one particularly has a few good hits on it and was in really nice condition as well. So I picked those 2 up. Now I want to bring your attention here, because these Life magazines, I got this one, which is Leaving for the Moon, and you'll see the date there, July 25th, 1969. And then this one, Life on the Moon, August 8th, 1969. And then this really cool ottoman that like flips up. It's cool and retro. I really liked that. For the Life magazines, the reason why I want to point that out is I probably would have bought them, because I love that stuff. I love ephemera and old magazines to look through, and I feel like it's a great learning experience to look at the ads and the text and the graphics. But I definitely picked those up because of the article I referenced earlier today from the Asheford Institute. If you get in there and look, space-related objects just like this, because of the 50th centennial or something of the Apollo mission, are selling really, really well, at least this past year. And there's a renewed interest in space stuff, objects, space age things. There's a renewed interest even with Star Trek and Star Wars because of this. So because I read that article that talked about things that sell well currently, I definitely was for sure that I wanted to buy those 2 original Life articles. It just goes to show, when you put yourself out there and are learning, things will kind of find their way to you. Another thing that article said was Elvis albums. Any Elvis albums in good condition tend to sell well if you can buy them at a good price. And so I picked up that Elvis record. Things that I might not have necessarily known when I first got started or at a different time in this industry, but it's really helping me out. So I hope that article helps you out as well. A few quick notes on estate sales in my area in America, in the South. You're welcome to dig around, and you'll see people do it. At first you might feel timid if you haven't been to many, but you'll see people digging around in desk drawers for things. Generally speaking, they will cross off parts of the house where they don't want you to go, so they'll exit off. Now, I have heard that really just makes people want to go in there even more. Thank you. Tomato Vintage, I see you. Thanks for the comments and stuff. That's awesome. And for all of y'all joining, thank you. I hope that you can watch the previous videos too, because I do give some references of 2 really great articles that recently came out on reselling and the vintage market that helped me just now, right today, know for sure that I wanted to buy something. It's not hard necessarily when you're out searching to find cool stuff, but to find cool stuff that's quality stuff at the right price point where you can sell it confidently to your customer base and at a price point that they're willing to pay, that's a little bit trickier. So I got the records. Oh, I was telling you a few tips. I always look through the books. I always look through drawers. I try not to be like over the top about it. But generally they're wanting to sell everything in the household. Sometimes it's because someone passed away. Sometimes it's not. Downselling estate sales are really growing rapidly, where couples or baby boomers are maybe aging and they just don't want to have to take care of all that stuff anymore. They're done with the yard. They're done with all their stuff. They want to move into smaller, simpler living. And so they have an estate sale. So it isn't necessarily a sad thing. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, you know, an estate sale, I just feel bad buying dead people's stuff. And that could be the case, it could not be the case, but either way, you're giving those things a new life. And I'm talking to myself as a car pulls up, so I am feeling really embarrassed because I don't want to be that person, but I am. I hope that helps, and I will keep you updated. Thanks for joining.